Okay, it is 9. It is 9 p.m. and I'm here. I'm here. I only start to stream right now, but in fact it's really difficult to be able to do this, to only start streaming. And well, wait a moment. I only write. I only searched on the web 9:00, and this appears 4 and 2. Well, it is 9 with 2 p.m., but it is 4 and 02 a.m. 4:02. In which place? It is maybe in Spain. Maybe it is. Maybe it's in Spain. Time. UTC. What it means? UTC. Set in Spain. Or maybe I can only try to know what time is in Spain. What is the time? What is the time in Spain? Maybe it is so early. Oh, in fact, in Canarias, it is 6 a.m. Maybe I am well, what is this effect? Only I don't know. Well, it is supposed that I am streaming in 60 frames per second, but maybe it is another sensation of like only streaming in 30 frames per second. Well, I am not sure about what is this. What is the format for only record or stream in a good way? I'm not sure about what is the right way. So in Madrid, Spain, Madrid, it is 6 and 4, and it is another date. In Canarias, it is 5 with 3, and appears this. In Canarias, it is UTC plus 1. So what it means is format of time zone. Compare other time zones. OTC, where it is differences. UTC, Central European Summer Time, CST. What time zone is Spain? What time zone is Madrid? Madrid. What is the official time in Spain? Well, there are different current local time in Madrid, Spain. And first of all, I don't know Spain and I don't know Madrid, so I only want to know what is the meaning of UTC, zone or time zone. What is the meaning of this UTC? Coordinate time universal time coordinate. Okay, current coordinated universal time UTC. UTC, current local time. Time zone in UTC. Time zone, coordinated universal time. Well, So what is this? Why is this appearing again? 4 and 6. In which place? In which place it is supposed? And it is Friday, and it is doing okay. Well, it's 7 hours later. Okay. UTC time zone worldly. Maybe it is a map in which I can see the differences between the hours. UTC to GMT, Greenwich Mean Time. IVST, International Business Standard Time. WET, Western European Time.
European time.
European. I have the voice option in Russian. I don't know why. I have my keyboard is okay in English. I'm gonna put it the option of voice in English. So let's go to search English. Edit, okay. So again, it is pronounced like EU, European.
European time.
European. European. Maybe it is like here. European time. And there it is Theta, another time zone. Zulu time. Coordinated universal time. What is this? It sounds so different. It sounds so strange. Zulu time. It is different formats for express the hours internationally. Time zone converter. It is different time zones formats. Difference calculator provides time zone conversions taking into account daylight saving time (DST). Daylight saving time (DST). Local time zone and sets present, past, or I don't know what more. Maybe it is future what continues with this. Time zone converter, daylight saving time. Time difference between UTC time zone and the world. Well, Zulu time on the web. We're gonna search it. We need to search it. UTC, it says maps. Here, I like the images. Zulu time, universal time, EST time, Longinus Spirit Zulu time, Zulu logo. UTC sets, Zulu time GMT, military time, Zulu time converter. Well, and universal time, UTC time, universal time. Searching from this universal time appears UTC minus and UTC plus, in which exists a zone in which exists a 0 until 12 and 0 to minus 11. So I live in this zone minus 6 UTC minus 6. Okay, I am understanding. I'm trying to understand how to interpret this according to the map. While I'm here, I live approximately on -7 and -6 in this format. GMT and UTC. What is the GMT time? Okay, about the globalization starts all. And GMT is the acronym of Greenwich Mean Time. And this was the first step to determine the time zone of other countries in regard to GMT 0. And this is indicated either by adding or subtracting hours from GMT time. The primary difference remains to be the fact that GMT is the denomination of a time zone, while UTC is the title of the time standard. Oh, it is a standard. Technologies are involved in here. Okay. This is the image from UTC. And then what? GMT versus UTC. According to the technology, I think I'm gonna read it. GMT, according to the average solar day and the Earth rotation, the astronomical day begins at noon at Greenwich Meridian, 0 longitude. However, in 1925 was established that astronomical day would start at midnight. UTC uses the high-precision atomic clocks to set the time. These clocks operate on the frequency of atoms. The duration of 1 second is based on the number of radiation cycles. This mechanism of measurement provides the most precise time due to the exact frequency of absorbing and releasing energy. I like this. I like it. I like this because it talks about technology and science. And well, I like these words: atomic clocks, precision, and energy. Well, I like this. Where it is used, the GMT. The time standard of GMT is used in the United Kingdom and affiliated bodies. For instance, Royal Navy, BBC World Services, and Middle East Broadcasting Centre and OSN. Hence, the term GMT remains to be cultural decision. Companies which operate in United Kingdom or tightly related are using GMT. UTC. The utilization of UTC is peculiar to the coordination of time on the Internet and for Network Time Protocol (NTP) to regulate time of the computers in the world. This time system would allow having one measurement of time for the accuracy of connection within the networks. In addition, for the high precision and universal time across the world, aviation uses UTC 24-hour time standards. Zulu time. Zulu time. This was the subject of what? Of searching, maybe. Well, Zulu time denotes the coordinated universal time in the 24 hours standard, which is used in the military forces and aviation in particular. Namely, Zulu signifies the universal time standards for the pilots who fly in different time zones. However, the term Zulu is just a synonym for UTC. The name of the time zone derived from the transmission articulation of the letter C. Theta? C? Zulu, considering that what is this word pronounced? The letter. Ask pilots. See letter pronunciation. In American English, it is pronounced as C. Well, I'm not so wrong at all.
The pronunciation of the letter Z varies depending on the region. In American English, it is pronounced as Z/Z/. In British English and most other English-speaking countries, it is pronounced as Z/Z/. Would you?
Well, I like it. I like this way of this way of this way of bringing answers so quickly. So I'm not wrong at all. C, the letter C. Zulu, considering that C signifies +0 offset from the prime meridian. It was implemented for the military coordination in time. Eventually, Zulu time replaced GMT with a more accurate timekeeping system of UTC. This time standard is required for the naval, aviation, and other forms of military communication and coordination of actions in different time zones. There is also a specific rule on how to read and pronounce Zulu time. Namely, there is no column between numbers and it identifies 4 digits in a row. For instance, 0700 should be pronounced as 0700. Well, this is interesting because it is a military format, maybe. 0700. 0700. Okay. Future of universal time. Consequently, the differences in the terminology of GMT and UTC still create confusion and international cooperation. Even though UTC was introduced as a more accurate time standards, the occurrence of the leap seconds demonstrated that even the system has minor flaws for the universal time synchronization. One of the most common propositions is to abandon leap seconds adjustments because it would go out sync with civil time very slowly. Although abandoning the adjustments of civil time would make a difference only in the extremely long-term perspective, it is still significant for the software around the world, which was programmed with the consideration of UTC. Besides, considering the growing differences between time of day and clocks, the need for a new system of timekeeping will be needed in the future. Nevertheless, UTC still remains to be the most common universal standard of time for all countries. And that's all. Well, it is a little stress for me. I'm stressed. I'm stressed. Yeah, I'm stressed about read aloud. Read aloud. Okay, it is read aloud. Why am I stressing for read aloud? Now that you understand what happens inside your mind and body during these anxiety reactions, let's have a closer look at what you can do about them. What is this? If you're reading out loud, why you panic and how to prevent it? I feel like I am tired. I feel like I am tired because the situation of study it's not as normal for me. Well, I need to have um something in which I can only write, but I don't know what to write. I don't know what to write. I have some papers in here. And what it means papers? I'm doing so many questions. What it means? What it means? What it means? Papers. Papers is a same of sheet of paper with something written or printed on it. Papers. Exactly what I have in mind. Material manufactured. How to pronounce this? Manufacture. Well, maybe I can only click on here.
Paper.
No, I wanted to listen this, but let's go into ask some retroalimentation. How to say this?
Material manufactured in thin sheets from the pulp. Diccionario. Material manufactured in thin sheets from the pulp of wood.
Manufactured. Okay, manufactured. And then retro. How to say this? How to say this in English? Retroalimentación. I suddenly forgot the English. Spanish? Well, it is Spanish. Why am I so confused? I'm not sure about feedback. Oh, the right way of say this is feedback. Well, so forget this. I'm stressed about read aloud. Why am I feel so stressed about read aloud? Because, well, I have this paper, okay? I have this paper and a pen. And well, the video format is not so adequate because I think it is working on only 30 frames per second, and maybe it would work with 60 frames per second. And well, I was questioning if I have the answers to my questions. Why I feel so tired from doing this. I start today at 9 p.m. Although I don't want it to study because I feel so tired and I didn't want it. I feel so bad. I feel so unable to do this, but suddenly I am here in the second day of studying, trying to progress on my sessions. Boys, I need some input. Okay, sessions.
Sessions.
Okay, well, my sessions. I'm stressed about read aloud. Okay, I have this session. Well, it is difficult. It is difficult to identify my vocabulary, and it is difficult to understand how my vocabulary is expanding because I am doing this slowly. I'm still learning English. Cause I wanted to progress. I wanted to progress. Okay. That is the reason what I am doing this. I am trying to identify my wrongs and trying to correct it. I have this, all of this, on my computer, or maybe in my computer. Computer, on computer, in computer. I'm not sure. I'm not sure the differences in grammar. In my computer or on my computer. Well, I can study grammar maybe then. On is a preposition of position, usually indicating that something is on the surface or is resting upon something else. We use on my computer when about software and digital files. Is in my computer or on my computer. Checking the Google Ngram viewer, we can see in the graph that the phrase on my computer is used more often than in my computer. I believe it's because we talk more often. Well, I don't want to do this. I don't want to expand this. It's because we talk more about files and programs rather than hardware. So instead, I think that the phrase that I want to express is in my computer. I'm in my computer. I'm here in my computer trying to use all of this feedback of knowledge that I want to what? I'm so tired. It is night and I only wanna sleep. I only wanna sleep. Okay. I make this wrong of only not articulate the words correctly, and this can be a bad decision that I can do. It is a bad decision that I am doing, and I know that in the future, with the wrongs that I have in the present, I am gonna carry on the future, and I wanted to be able to be conscious of my fails at the present moment, for be able to change the most things about my communication. Or okay, so I rest, and I am tired. Are the same? I don't know. Maybe I can only I can Google it. I can try to answer questions. I can question to Cortana. I can question to Cortana. I don't know if it says some this is a microphone, but I don't have an app like Cortana. Why I don't have Cortana microphone? Okay, this assistant. I don't have an assistant. I don't have a voice assistant. Oh, it is here, but where it is, I'm not sure. Cortana is in the use. I'm not sure about it. Why. But Cortana was a good way to question everything. And there is no access support to the voice assistants. What is it? This only ends, but well, it says copilot, and that's all. Well, it doesn't exist Cortana anymore. What I have another assistant, voice assistants. Okay, voice assistant. Maybe I can voice assistant for PC. For PC because I wanted to have what? I wanted to have answers to my questions when I have answers like this on computer or in computer. In computer and on computer are commonly used, but they have different meanings. In computer is used when referring to something physically inside the computer, like a component or file. On computer is used when referring to something that is being done using the computer, like working on a project or playing a game. So I'm doing this. I'm on computer studying right now. So I have too many questions. Before this, I'm stressed about read aloud. I'm going to do this. I'm going to read. To only read aloud. Read aloud to be able to improve on my abilities in speaking. Okay. How minutes can take to read all of this? Maybe I bet that I can read all of this in less than 10 minutes. Maybe it is about 7 minutes for 9:40. So I'm gonna bet in this little time, in this brief time, and I'm gonna suppose that this will be all for today session. It is good. Session. Okay, I got it. Session. Okay. Fear of reading out loud. Why you panic and how to prevent it. This article includes recommendations for 2 books and an online therapy service that help with social anxiety. Some of our links may grant you a significant discount and we will earn a commission. Okay, let's start. Let's just start it. You have just been called up in class. Please read this passage aloud for all of us, the teacher says. You take deep breaths while checking how long the paragraph is. It is an entire page. Your heart rate increases. You feel the adrenaline running through your body. Your breath gets short. While you start reading, okay, relax. While you start reading with a shaky voice, you try your best to calm down, unfortunately without success. You run out of air and your voice cracks up. You stopped reading as the words just can't come out of your mouth any longer. As embarrassed as you could feel, you raise your head to see the reactions of your classmates. Some seem confused, others seem to be having the time of their lives. I confuse this. It is lives or lips. I don't know. So, let's continue. Some seem confused, others seem to be having the time of their lives, pointing their fingers at you while laughing. Your teacher shakes her head. Well, this was disappointed. Before asking another student to get the job done. You lower your head, hold back your tears, and can only think of one question. Why? Okay, let's gonna read this announcement. Overcome your social anxiety with our ebook, filled with practical techniques for lasting results, based on 3 evidence-based therapies, the forefront of modern social anxiety treatment. Learn more on here. Okay, I'm gonna suppose that that I have, that I done. Well, okay, it doesn't matter the phrase if it's wrong. Set. Why do you get anxious when reading out loud? If you identify with the above scenario, it's likely that you have had similar experiences and find yourself clueless as to why you get so anxious when reading out loud in front of others. Anxiety when reading aloud, such as in a class setting, is triggered by an excessive fear for being negatively evaluated and often leads to a fear of the anxiety itself. Attempts to control or reduce the anxiety symptoms usually exacerbate them, which can then result in a full-blown panic attack. People who suffer from this phenomenon have usually made negative experiences in similar scenarios in the past. For example, you may have been criticized for committing reading errors, and your classmates may have laughed about your performance. Well, this is another announcement, so let's gonna try it. Let's gonna try to read it aloud with emotion, or with rhythm, or with a pitch tone of voice. I'm not sure, but what I'm only gonna do. Okay, I'm only gonna try to read with another tone. So let's get started. Well, dealing with social anxiety, fluent in English, participate in a research study, helped researchers and clinicians better understand social anxiety and improve treatment effectiveness. You remain 100 anonymous. You'll discover your degree of social anxiety, and it only takes 15 minutes. Open questionnaire. Well, I'm not gonna open this, but because I don't have enough time. But let's going to continue. Because of this negative memory, your brain rings an alarm whenever you encounter a similar situation. Psychologists call this process fear conditioning. Fear conditioning occurs when the brain associates a neutral stimulus, such as being called up to read aloud, with a negative stimulus, such as being laughed at by classmates. The result is an anxiety reaction whenever you are faced with stimulus that I have this effect like my mouth, my tongue, only the struggle, and I have this trouble only, and another trouble, of course. But well, I'm trying to discover about me. So let's continue. The result is an anxiety reaction whenever you are faced with a stimulus that was initially neutral, being called up to read out loud. But that's not the whole story yet. A certain level of fear and arousal when reading out loud to others is somewhat normal. That is, most people get fairly nervous when having to expose themselves to others, such as when giving a presentation or reading a text in front of a larger group. The real problem arises when people do not tolerate their anxiety and try to fight and control it. People who fall into this category are typically highly alert to any internal changes that may indicate an anxiety reaction. For example, when your teacher asks you to read out loud a certain text passage, you tune into your bodily sensations to see if you are feeling any anxiety. You may keep an eye on your heart rate, your breath, your perspiration. What it means? What is this? What is this means? Perspiration. Your perspiration, or maybe it is respiration. I'm not sure about this word. I don't know this word. Any signs of shaking, the firmness of your voice, and so on. By directing your attention to these sensations, you're likely to perceive any potential changes in arousal. Because you regard such changes as dangerous, because they mean you're getting more anxious, you're likely to have an additional anxiety reaction as a result. As you try to control your increment in anxiety, you're pouring gasoline on the fire. Your conscious attempts to calm down end up making you more anxious. At this point, you interpret your increasing anxiety as an even bigger threat. This triggers yet another anxiety reaction. This vicious cycle of anxiety reinforces itself until you can no longer read properly and need to stop. There it is. You just experienced a panic attack. Okay, another announce, and this is the same announce. How to prevent anxiety and panic when reading aloud? I need some water. Cause my tongue is dry. How to prevent anxiety and panic when reading aloud? Now that you understand what happens inside your mind and body during these anxiety reactions, let's have a closer look at what you can do about them. Well, it is late right now, but I'm still studying. Allow feelings of anxiety to arise. One of the main reasons your anxiety goes overboard is very likely that you interpret any signs of arousal as potential danger. If that is the case, chances are that you try to suppress any feelings and sensations of anxiety as soon as you perceive them. Psychologists refer to this phenomenon as anxiety sensitivity. Sensitivity.
Sensitivity.
Okay, this way. Sensitivity. Okay. Affected people are convinced that sensations associated with anxiety, such as a rapid heartbeat and shortness of breath, are dangerous. In the case of reading out loud, the manifestations of anxiety are believed to be reason for scrutiny and feelings of embarrassment. Although your experiences may have confirmed this idea, do not commit a mistake and try to suppress this sensation, as this only exacerbates them. Instead, take a conscious decision to allow such feelings and symptoms of anxiety to arise. Whenever you catch yourself trying to fight or suppress them, remind yourself to let them come up and be with you, despite their uncomfortable nature. Number 2, focus on the content of the text. Well, these were focus on the content of the text. I'm not sure about how to pronounce it correctly. So this is important for me to read aloud from the machine.
2. Focus on the content of the text.
Okay, continue. People who experience anxiety sensitivity typically pay close attention to their bodily sensations in stressful situations. If you experience intense anxiety when reading out loud in front of others, chances are that you scan your body for any feelings of arousal. In other words, your mind is on high alert, trying to detect any potential danger, which in this case are your physical manifestations of anxiety, such as the rush of adrenaline through your body. If you pay close attention, you will most certainly perceive such changes, and given that you associate these sensations with negative consequences, this increases your anxiety. So instead of focusing on the anxiety in your body, try to pay close attention to the text that you are reading. Try to actually understand what is being said in the text, just as if you were reading it at home by yourself. If you focus on the content of the text, you will not be preoccupied with increasing anxiety levels. As a result, your anxiety is more likely to be kept at bay. Bay. Number 3, with another okay, I'm gonna read it with another tone. I'm gonna take a breath. Read aloud voluntarily whenever possible. Fear conditioning typically. Okay, start again. Let's start again. Fear conditioning typically leads to avoidance of the fear stimulus. In your case, you avoid reading out loud whenever possible. While this strategy may work on the short run, unless you are forced to read aloud, it becomes very problematic in the long term. By avoiding the read in front of others, you maintain the idea that the situation is dangerous and that you're not able to handle it. This can be compared to someone who was bitten by a dog. Because of this traumatic experience, the person is likely to avoid dogs whenever possible. However, only by exposing themselves to the animal again can they learn that dogs are actually very friendly and mostly harmless creatures. Likewise, only by exposing yourself to the fear scenario written out loud will you be able to reduce your fear and learn that you're able to handle this task. In psychotherapy, exposure exercises are among the most powerful interventions that exist. Typically, you would start with a situation that provokes you to be somewhat anxious. This could be volunteering to read short paragraphs. As you grow more comfortable with this, you can increase the length of the text you read to others. For this strategy, it may be helpful to talk about your difficulties with your teachers. Most teachers will be receptive and agree to let you read. I'm not sure about the difference. Present, past, and the other what? What were the other time? Present, past, and another type of past. Well, doesn't matter. Red. Maybe it is red. For this strategy, it may be helpful to talk about your difficulties with your teachers. Most teachers will be receptive and agree to let you read the shorter paragraphs whenever they come up. Number 4. Practice regular mindfulness meditation. As you have been able to see throughout this article, your reactions, your emotions, and physical sensations play a crucial role when it comes to your anxiety when reading out loud. The same accounts for your attentional processes. Remember the difference between paying attention to your bodily sensations and focusing on the content of the text. Mindfulness meditation is a practice that addresses these two areas. Mindfulness teaches you to observe your emotions, feelings, and physical sensations without the need to change them in any way. Likewise, it trains your brain to tune out irrelevant or unhelpful stimuli and tuning on whatever you choose to pay attention to, such as the content of the text. Practicing it regularly is more likely going to have a huge impact on your ability to focus on the contents of the text you read and help you refocus whenever your attention drifts towards your anxiety. At the same time, it will have a decisive impact on your relationship to your uncomfortable thoughts, feelings, and physical sensations. Through regular practice, you will learn to react in a different, more healthy way to these uncomfortable phenomena, meaning that you will not fight, but rather accept them and let them come and go. This, in turn, will minimize the chances of suffering another panic attack when reading out loud to others. Number 5. Reduce your fear of negative evaluation. As we pointed out earlier, your fear of reading out loud can very likely be traced back to a marked fear of being negatively evaluated. Fear of negative evaluation is the hallmark of social anxiety disorder, American Psychiatric Association, 2013. Well, I'm not sure about how to pronounce this date. Continue.
2013.
2000. 2000. 2. 2000. 2000. It is. Oh, 2000 is in 2 miles. 2000. Well, okay. 2013. Social anxiety arises when you are highly motivated to generate a specific impression on others, but doubt that you will be able to do so successfully. Social anxiety. People affected by it tend to be excessively concerned about being judged or rejected in social settings. If your fear of reading out loud persists despite following the above recommendations, you may suffer from social phobia. This is a disorder, or I'm sure about what it is. However, this is no reason for despair. There are effective, scientifically proven interventions for this condition. If you think you might be affected, we invite you to read our introductory guide to social anxiety disorder and talk to a mental health care professional about your situation. Recommendations for further support. Here are some recommendations to provide a more comprehensive approach to managing your social anxiety. Book recommendation. Bernard Brown's The Gifts of Imperfections delves into the complexities of shame and vulnerability. Brown's research-based insights can offer you a deeper understanding of your emotional experiences and guide you towards embracing your imperfections. You can order it here. Workbook recommendation. Our ebook, Conquering Social Anxiety with State-of-the-Art Therapy, a practical self-help guide, provides a comprehensive collection of proven evidence-based exercises designed to help overcome social anxiety. It incorporates various advanced techniques from the leading edge of social anxiety treatment. Available for immediate download in PDF format, this guide is an accessible resource for starting your journey towards increased social confidence. See ebook. I don't know if it's free. See ebook. Online therapy recommendation. Our partners from online therapy offer a tailored experience, including one live session per week, video, voice, or text, unlimited messaging, and 8-session CBT program with 25 worksheets, daily worksheet replies, yoga, meditation videos, a journal, activity plan, and a self-assessment test. You can even switch therapists easily for the right fit, all while ensuring a secure and confidential therapeutic environment. When registering, make sure to choose individual therapy and then select social anxiety. After that, you can provide further details about your particular situation. Their plans start at just $40 per week. You can use the following link to sign up, which will grant you a 20% discount for your first month of therapy. Sign up for online therapy or simply have a look. Okay, I am near the finish. Also, if you're eager to embark on a journey of exploration through diverse therapeutic avenues to address social anxiety, we invite you to discover our comprehensive therapy guide by clicking right here. Furthermore, if you're seeking a comprehensive overview that spans therapy, medication, and self-help approaches, you're welcome to dive into our in-depth guide available here. In addition, we have created a comprehensive guide to pharmacotherapy for social phobia. If you are interested in medication approaches, just click here. Still have lingering questions? Take a step toward clarity and empowerment by enrolling in our free 7-day email course. We're dedicated to being your guide on this journey of understanding and growth. Our free 7-day email course teaches you everything you need to know if you suffer from social anxiety. We discover your symptoms, causes, practical tools, medication, and we help with psychotherapy. Start conquering your social anxiety right now. Only click here. Show references about the actor. I'm gonna thanks to this author. Well, for this text that allows to me to know more about this or the fear of the reading out loud in front of others and the situations. The thing is that I want to know why am I so stressed about only speaking aloud, having troubles on my communication while I'm not sure about the pronunciation of the right words and I'm trying and keep it. I'm still learning English. About the author, Martin Zerk. Martin is a professional psychologist with a background in physical therapy. He has organized and led various support groups for people with social anxiety in Washington, D.C. and Buenos Aires, Argentina. He is the founder of Conquer Social Anxiety Ltd, where he operates as a writer, therapist, and director. You can click here to find out more about Martin. Well, there are good commentaries in here, and I'm glad to read it, but I don't have enough time. It is 10 p.m. and I need to sleep. I need to sleep. I need to go to bed right now. It is very, very late. I just wanted only to take the risk of study 1 hour for today. Although I don't want it to study anymore because I'm so tired from the day, from a day of 60 hours. I'm not sure about it. I'm only tired. I don't want to process my ideas or my ideas. I'm only tired. I'm looking for something. Maybe a word in this stats interpret. A word in this stats. It's what? Properties preoccupied. A word that I don't know. How can I read all of this? Okay, perhaps reactions, anxiety, remember. It is near 1.5 trace written now session series order. Okay, this is the finish, so this is no. This is known. It was like the 4 or the 3. To disappointment with the chicken triggered setting. Never classmates, stimulus, classmates, arousal, tolerate, category, passage, shaken, perceive, anxiety, reinforces, during, happens, interpret, overboard, suppress, anxiety, associated, belief, commit, confirm, symptoms, suppress, fight or suppress them, uncomfortable nature, bodily sensations, stressful, perceive, preoccupied. It was something preoccupied. Injurious, traumatic, feared, provoked, receptive, reactions, ability, drifts, healthy, rather, fight, suffering, trace. Well, I think that this is all. That's all. I'm gonna close this because it is very late right now, so I only gonna now gonna go. What do you say? I gonna go. What it means? I gonna go. Yo voy a ir. I gonna go. I gotta go. Yeah, I gotta go. See you later.